few movies have changed the horror genre quite like this one. And it's funny, there's a lot of history behind it, and for a lot of different reasons, both because of what it did, what it managed to accomplish, what happened to it in terms of rights, etc. And one begins to wonder how many of these things affected the others, and if this would have been a completely different film if not for the way it played out. Everybody, you know, in the world, would they all know about this movie if it weren't for the way the rights played out? It's a good question, but that's beside the point, because here we are with Night of the Living Dead, the movie, the classic, the one that changed the zombie genre forever, spawned sequel after sequel after sequel, both via the original director, via the original writer, via the Italian rip-off artists, if you will, via the return of series, and then spawned a massive, and I mean massive, subgenre of the horror, subgenre of horror. Wow. It is Night of the Living Dead, and this is the Criterion release, which should be the be-all and end-all release, the only one you'll ever need to get. Of course, I said I thought that about a previous DVD release, but, you know, as TV screens and projection screens become bigger and easier to put in homes, well, you need better resolution, so DVD doesn't always cut it. And being the fact that Criterion has gone in and done their restoration work, you know this is what you need to own. Is it worth paying the price tag, though? That's the thing. $70 here for a film you can get on like a $3 Blu-ray, because anybody in their, and their pop can put this movie out there and sell it. Obviously, I thought so. So let's open it up, and you can be your own judge as to whether this packaging and everything inside it is worth the price tag. I alone think the fact that Criterion has restored this and put together essentially what should be the best release of this film ever, and it's a film that you should all have in your collection. So there you go. There's the beautiful, it is a black and white film, so boom, black and white cover. Brilliant. That's like more to read than normal, so yeah, you know what to do. Pause it, give it a look. Here's the spine, because and now this is a special box. So yes, it is prone to damage, unfortunately, when they do these type of things, but alright, pull it out, and this is what you get. You get this wraparound image. Awesome. Then you open it up, and on the left hand side is this. What is this? Well, I think you can figure out what it is just by looking at that. Well, fans of the movie should be able to figure out what it is from that. I'm not going to say much more. I'm just going to show it to you. Boom! Gorgeous. But that's not all, because on the back, instead of a booklet, they've got a sort of a gigantic poster size, mini poster size, write-up by Stuart Clowens. I've never seen that last name before. It's got the cast, it's got the credits, it's got a note about the restoration, special thanks, acknowledgements, production credits, as well as what I would assume would be about a three-page write-up on the film. And then when we take a look, we get disc art. And it's not fancy. I'm not going to say it's fancy, but I'd say it's classy. It is fitting. And this is a 2 Blu-ray edition. So we get the 2 Blu-rays, and as you can see, black and white, Night of the Living Dead. So this is black on white, the other one's white on black, or gray, or whatever you want to call it. It's technically, I guess, gray. Disc 1 on top would be the movie. Now, they should have said that on the disc. That's one thing where I will fault them. Not doing a review here, but it is pressed, as you would expect. But the only way to know what's on the discs is to actually, not even on this, but on the cover itself, it tells you what's on disc 1 and what's on disc 2. And then here's how it's sitting inside. So the lip comes down over the top. And this comes for the other piece, so you gotta reach in and pull out under. Again, it is pressed. There's the special features disc. No other artwork in here, but that's not terrible. I'm surprised. They could have done something. They literally could have continued on the artwork and right into this. Heck, even into behind the thing. They could have had all 4 panels of it, but again, cost maybe, I don't know. Though I'm paying $70, so I'm sorry. It's you could have covered that cost of making that a little bit more special, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Now, with these type of things, I normally like to put them in with spine into spine because it usually goes in better, but that's not how this was. And I think I'm going to have to go with how they've had it. So this is all paper. This is cardstock. It's not super thick either. So expect this to eventually, you know, end up with more damage than it had originally. Just putting it in and out. Depends on how many times you watch, you know, the particular disc. I would suggest maybe taking this and transferring it to your computer if you have that ability, and you know how, just so you don't wreck your, you know, your Criterion. You spend big money on it, should essentially protect it, right? So, but there you go, Night of the Living Dead, the original from Criterion on Blu-ray, unboxed, so you know what's going on inside. Let me know what you, well, don't, honestly, if you don't like the movie, I don't need comments from you. It is a classic. You are wrong. It's just the way it is. You don't necessarily have to enjoy every movie. You don't necessarily need to enjoy Night of the Living Dead, but you should respect Night of the Living Dead. Let's just put it that way, right? Can we be fair to say that? Okay, but I'd love to hear from you. Comment down below. Keep everything spoiler free. There are people out there, especially younger generations, who have not yet seen this masterpiece of a film, and yeah, that should be rectified as soon as possible. Whether it's black and white or not, make them watch it. Make them watch it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Till next video, take care. Have a good one.